What's going on, Michelle? How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good. I
Mm.
I have a question for you though.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have a favorite song?
Um, I feel like I have favorite songs for different areas or different moments in my life, but if I were to choose one, that's just kind of been one that I always answer. It's not like the greatest song, but there's this song. Do you remember the song Chariot by Gavin DeGraw?
Uh, Probably if I heard it, I would
I'll
remember
send
it.
it to
But
you. It
okay,
was popular in 2000, summer of 2005, I guess it
okay,
was. And I remember it was just before college. And I remember I worked at a summer camp and I remember just blasting in my car and rolling down
yeah,
the windows, and it was the summer and it was just like such a great feeling. So
yeah.
I still love that song. I also love songs by Mika, Pink, Jason Mraz. I
Oh,
love
you
Have It
love Pink. We
All.
know you love
Yeah, we
Pink.
know I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah,
Pink.
yeah.
So
Yes.
so yeah, what about you? Do you have a favorite song?
Well, let's see. I have always been a lover of Tom Petty. Tom
Mm,
Petty. So, and it's interesting. If you're a singer, you really get to be so deep into people's lives like that, right? Because
yeah.
you have that memory that's so intimate. And Tom Petty goes back to my high school days too, right? Like driving for the first time,
Mm,
just feeling so free. And I love a bunch of his songs. I really love this song "Learning to Fly" by Tom Petty.
mm, mm.
And so, yeah, that would be it. Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. But I also love Whitney Houston. Oh, she's so good. She's just
Yeah.
so
Oh,
talented.
well, of course, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of great music out there, and it's funny, sometimes somebody's choice for favorite song isn't so much about it being like the best song ever, but maybe it just
Yeah.
speaks to them because
What
it's
is
from a
the best song
certain
ever? Yeah.
moment in my life. Like, what did you say?
What
I
is
didn't.
the best song? How do we even judge?
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Because it's so
exactly.
subjective, our
Exactly.
taste in
Like
music.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like my Gavin DeGraw song, like, he's not my favorite artist, I like him just
Right.
fine, but for some reason, that song just gives me this feeling of a certain moment in my life.
Okay.
So,
You'll have to send it to me later after we get
yes,
off the
I
call.
will. So today we're gonna talk about how to say something is your favorite song or that you like a song.
Mhm.
Why do you think, Lindsay, music is such a great way to connect with people?
I mean, there's that famous quote, right? It says that what is it?
Yes.
Music
It's
is the
something like music
universal
is,
language.
yeah, it's the universal language. I think it was from Longfellow. I'm not exactly
We
sure,
don't
guys,
know.
but we hear
Yeah.
it a lot of places.
Sure.
Um,
And because
so
we know, like,
yeah.
it's sound like we connect regardless of what language we speak, what
Yep.
culture we're from,
Yes.
we can hear the sound, right? And it means something. Maybe it doesn't mean the same thing to each of us, but we all experience it coming, in that way. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I when I listen to certain songs, there are certain parts of songs that touch me very, very deeply.
Mhm.
Certain like that I actually, yeah, some have you ever cried to a song?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think we all have, Michelle.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. So, but it's usually a good cry. But yeah, so universal language. Guys, this is just a great way to connect with people.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about songs today. But first, head over if you haven't already listened to episode 2091. Go on over to that today after you listen to this episode. That is Trust Your Brain for Better Language Learning with Steve Kaufman.
Yeah, go check it out, guys. All right. So, anything else we want to say about important music moments in our lives here, Michelle?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think about important moments in life, like a wedding song.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's common. Yeah, that's interesting.
That
If
is
what?
interesting.
Yeah, is like there's always in a wedding there's a first dance, and usually the couple picks a special song to dance to that has some meaning to them.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a special moment that song stays with you throughout
Right.
your life. So let us know, is that a thing that is in your culture at weddings as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, maybe we'll do that for our poll for
Yeah,
today,
that's what I
right,
was
Michelle?
thinking.
Be really interesting. I am curious if that tradition is more American wedding or if that
Yeah.
is globally a wedding tradition.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might not be, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I do
Yeah.
wonder about that. And
Mhm.
also, it's shocking to me sometimes when a song can come back on from my childhood and
Oh,
how
yeah.
memory works and how you can still remember every single word. Do you ever have that? And you're like, how did I remember that?
Well, it's shocking when you compare it to trying to remember other things like
Yeah.
historical dates
Yeah. Yep.
or even language learning. Like, so how can this is another episode for another day, but how
Yeah.
can we make language learning touch us as deeply as a song so that it
Mm.
comes so naturally to us, the right word at the right
Mm.
time? Like, what is missing, right? And I think that's part of why we like to talk about connection because we want to use language for a deeper purpose,
Yes,
right?
exactly,
Um,
exactly, yeah. So
mm,
all these, like, old, boy band songs and, Spice Girls and all these people that I listened to when I was a kid. Do you ever have when an old song comes on from your childhood, do you ever,
oh,
like,
yeah.
feel like you're a kid
Yes.
again or a teen
Oh,
or
oh, yeah, for sure. For example, my first album, I think, was Janet Jackson. Oh, this is gonna
Mm.
really date me here. Janet Jackson, TLC.
Oh, see, I love
It's
TLC, yeah.
really old stuff, but when it comes on, I know the words. I go right back to, being in 4th grade,
Yeah.
being super young and just, like, naive and just hearing the music and not necessarily knowing what it meant, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
No, but it's true, and it's the greatest feeling. I mean, it
yeah.
really is. It's like this it just, like, brings brings a part of you that has probably not been out in so long. It makes you feel alive in that sense, like,
Yeah, it's
"Oh, that
cool.
person is still inside me." I
Right.
love that feeling.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. So music definitely does something special, and it does it for each one of us, all over the world, regardless of culture, language, or anything else, or politics. It just does that for us. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, Michelle, what else? Where do we go from here?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about words that we can use to describe songs. So this
Mhm.
one is why I wanted to do this episode because recently I've been hearing people say that songs have been they'll say, "Oh, it's a bop."
That's so interesting. I haven't heard that yet, but is that trending now? That's
I
interesting.
don't know, but I've heard it not just once.
Okay, did you hear it from your dad or from, like, someone else?
No, 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 not from my dad. But I guess the person I did hear first person I'm thinking of is slightly older, but not much older.
Okay, okay,
I feel like it's a cool I don't know. I just have been hearing it, guys. Listen
okay.
out for it. You'll know what it means. So I don't really say it, but I hear it and I think it sounds so cute
Yeah.
because a bop, it's kind of makes me think of like a 50s song.
I know it does, right? It really does, yeah. So, for example, have you heard the new Pink song? It's a real bop. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so now that we know that this is might be a language trend, go look for it. Like Michelle said, guys, go
Yeah.
look for it on social media, see if you hear people saying this. Check it out.
Definitely. So the next one is "That's My Jam."
This one
Okay.
I've definitely heard.
Yes, so a jam. So that's my jam. So what song will be next? Oh my gosh, that's my jam.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's my jam. And so someone might say this when, someone comes on the radio and you're all
Yes.
excited and you feel
Ah!
like that's your favorite song. That's what you
Yes.
would say then. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. What's the
All right.
next one?
Toe tapper. This one also is kind of new to me, but it makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Tell us
what could
about
you
that.
say? Well, I mean,
So
I hear this. I hear this. I think bop and toe tapper are said in a little bit of a ironic way. Just a oh, it's
interesting.
a bop. It's a toe
It's a,
tapper. I think it's with a little bit of humor, not necessarily.
okay.
I don't think I would come to you, Lindsay, and say, "Oh yeah, that Pink song, yeah, it's such a toe tapper." Like I would be like, "Oh yeah, what a toe tapper." It's with a little bit of personality.
With a little sarcasm? Like,
I
is
think
it
so.
kind of poking fun at the song? Is that what you
It
mean?
could
Or
be, but
okay,
I don't
okay.
know that it could be, but I think
Hmm.
it's just playful.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, for example, like here, did we say the example yet? Let me
I
just
don't
do it
know.
one more time. You should listen to that song. It's a toe tapper for sure. Okay. Yeah. And the next one, catchy. I certainly know this one,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
catchy. It means it can be get in your head. It's easy to
Mhm.
remember. Some songs. Do you ever hear a song the first time and it's like, okay, the song is fine, and then you hear it
Yeah.
more and more, and then
You
you're
start
like,
to
"I
like it.
this is the best song." But some songs are catchy right away.
Some songs are catchy right away. Some, not many, I would say for
Mhm.
me. Like it's rare to hear a song that I'm like really into immediately. I do have
Mhm.
to have that. It's almost like a brainwashing thing where you
Yeah.
have to hear it multiple times and now like, "Oh, I like this now." But,
That's
it's the
funny.
proximity effect. I mean, we start to like people that we see more often, right? That is a
Mhm.
psychological principle. So I suppose the same thing would be true about music. If we hear that beat, that jam more often, we start to like it, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true, that's true. So,
Mhm.
do we have time to teach some short phrases, or should we go
Yeah.
right into the role play?
Let's do 2 real quick. Real quick here,
Alright.
Michelle. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the first and the last. Okay, so
Okay.
number 1 is easy. My favorite song is
Ah, that's
so
easy, right? Yeah. So guys, so be ready with an answer to that because you will get that sometimes. Conversations with friends, right? So my favorite song is Michelle, can you give us another favorite? Something that you haven't mentioned yet?
my favorite song is oh man, In My Life by the Beatles.
Oh, nice. Going classic. I like it. Yeah. For me, let's go classic. I My favorite song is Creedence Clearwater Revival. Who'll
Ah.
Stop the Rain? Who'll Stop the Rain? Love
Oh,
that
that's a
song.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another thing you can say about a song is the melody is contagious. So you can
Mm,
say it's funny we think about contagious being about being sick, but oh, maybe we'll do a whole episode on this word
that would be
because
good.
yeah,
Yes.
this is a very common word to describe a lot of different things, but one is like, oh, the melody, it's contagious. Like I can pick up on it quickly. It gets in my head. So that's another thing you
Mm,
can say.
and by the way, what does the word melody mean?
Ah, the tune, like
Okay. Excuse me.
bless you.
Yeah. Thank you. So the tune, right? And
Y
that's the tune throughout the whole song?
yes.
Okay, you're our music person here on the show. So I never really knew
Well,
exactly what that word meant.
I mean,
So
it's
it's
not
good to know.
necessarily through the whole song, it might be the melody of
Right.
the
It could
chorus, it might be
change.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it, got it. So the melody is contagious. Yeah, Michelle, I think we should definitely do another episode on this idea of something being contagious that's not a sickness.
Definitely. Yeah, because
Right?
it's used for a lot of different things, so I will plan that
Yes.
one. So, guys,
Yes.
hit
Mhm.
follow if you
Perfect.
haven't already, on this
Yep.
podcast wherever you're listening because that episode will be coming out
It's gonna be
in
a
a
good
little
one.
while.
Exactly. There's gonna be some great episodes in 2024, guys. So hit follow. Role
Mhm.
play time, Michelle.
Here
Let's
we
do it.
go.
All
Okay.
right. So here we are, friends at a party. Here we go.
Here we go. This party is great. I love the music the DJ is playing.
Yeah, the last one was a real bop.
Oh, totally. Oh, amazing. This one's my jam.
Oh, such a catchy tune. I love the beat.
Me too. What a toe tapper.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice, nice. So here we open it up and I said, yeah, the last one was a real bop. Now I'm commenting on the song the DJ just played,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And then a
Yeah.
new song comes on and I say, "Oh, amazing. This one's my jam." So I could have said, "That's my jam too," or "This
That's
one's
my
my jam,"
jam. Yeah.
whatever.
And then I imagine you like standing up and starting to dance or
Yes.
something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And then I said, "Ooh, such a catchy tune. I love the beat."
Uh-huh, and then
Yeah.
I said, "What a toe tapper." So you can see how it's kind of playful here.
Yeah, what a toe tapper. Good. Yeah, any takeaways for our listeners? I mean, this is again the universal language, right?
Yes.
It
Well,
is.
this
Yeah.
is a real way to bond with someone. I mean, there's just so much
Yeah.
that goes along with music.
Yeah.
You can share your favorite song. You can talk about why something is your favorite song. It can bring you to talking about concerts you've been to, your childhood. It's just endless. Really, really, it's endless. And songs can touch us so deeply. So I think people just love talking about music.
Yeah, and it can be a nice way to create atmosphere for people. For example,
Mhm.
if you're dating a native speaker and you find out on date 1 that they love Creedence Clearwater or
Mhm.
the Beatles, and then on date 4, maybe you have them over to your house for dinner and maybe you have some of that music playing, right? Those are little smart things you can
Ah.
do to romance someone and nice little touches that means that you were listening, you understood, and that you value music too, right?
Definitely.
Yes, love that.
All right, love it. This has been a lot of fun, Lindsay. Good to learn a little bit about your favorite music and
Yeah, for
mine
sure,
and
Michelle.
all good
Yeah.
stuff. So, guys, thank you so much for listening and go listen to your favorite song right now.
All right. Take care, Michelle. Talk
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.